Hey y'all, welcome back to our very bookish channel, and welcome to a reading vlog fall edition. I am so excited for this vlog, y'all, because fall is my favorite season for multiple reasons that I have mentioned multiple times. But one, the weather, love the weather. Two, love college football. Three, I love all of the fall themed drinks, the pumpkin and the apple flavors, the fall scents. I love all of that. I love watching the leaves change and the color of the world just change all around you. And I love the crisp air. I did say the weather, but specifically like the cooler, crisp air where it's very comfortable to wear my favorite crew neck sweatshirts or hoodies. So I'm so very excited for this fall for multiple reasons, and we decided to do a fall themed read. And you guys, I had every intention of doing a Halloween kind of horror or thriller vibe. Okay, I was like when we decided to do this, I was like definitely going with a dark, scary horror or thriller book. But I have been derailed. I impromptu trip to Sam's Club, okay? It's a long story, but I went to get gas, and the Sam's Club that I went to did not have gas, but then I realized I needed bread, so I decided just to run into Sam's Club to get the bread, and I bought a few more things in there than I anticipated, and one of them was a book. And this book, you guys, when I saw the cover of this book, I just thought, this is the cutest, most fall book I have ever seen. So let me show you guys the cover, and you tell me if this is not the cutest fall book cover you've ever seen. Yeah, look at that. How freaking cute is that? I just love it. It's the coffee shop. It's like the really cute characters on the front. Look at her sweater. It's the fall colors and vibe. The title is Fall I Want. I don't know what, because guys, I am not a contemporary romance reader. I am not necessarily a seasonal reader either. I don't have to read fall books in fall, winter books in winter, like summer romance in the summer. I just don't. I just read whatever I feel like all the time, and I can read any books any time of the year with the exception of being Christmas books. I feel like I have to read Christmas books in Christmas time. But other than that, I can read, like, I could read this in February. If it struck me, it wouldn't bother me at all. But look at this book. And so I went to pick this up just to see, because the author's not familiar to me. I'd never seen this book before. And look at the sprayed edges. It's a continuation of this picture. They are so stinking cute. There's like the brick with leaves, like continuing the brick, and then the sign for the coffee shop on the bottom. But you guys, I don't know why I like this book so much, but I had to pick it up and read the back. And the back is about a billionaire romance. It's a small town billionaire romance. I think it says spicy on the back. So yeah, Fall I Want is a feel-good, spicy, small-town romantic comedy with a billionaire who falls first and harder. Grab a pumpkin spice latte, a warm fuzzy blanket, and make your way down to Cozy Creek. So the town is called Cozy Creek. Oh my gosh, so freaking cute. So it sounds like you are dealing with Autumn. Her name is Autumn. I mean, I don't know how much more fall you can pump into a single book, but her name is Autumn, and she falls in love with a broken-hearted billionaire, and it says his name is Zane, and it's probably going to be Dole point of view because the back there's like an Autumn section in the description and a Zane section in the description, so it's probably going to be Dole point of view, which is what I like in my romances. This is Zane's point of view. As the leaves transform and Cozy Creek's fall festivities come alive, our playful charade blossoms into something more. I don't know. It sounds really cute. It sounds really flirty. It sounds like obviously super fall. And so I had to buy this, and it shocks me as much as it probably shocks you guys because I didn't see this coming. I definitely don't consider myself a rom-com or contemporary romance reader, but here we are. This book is screaming to me, and I have to start reading it. I have to start reading it immediately. Oh my gosh, look at, there's like cute little in paper designs. How cute is that? This is seriously the cutest. Oh, and they're different. I love it when they're different. The front and the back. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love it. And there's little details on the inside. Honestly, I didn't even look at the inside. Like, this was the easiest, well, one of the easiest book buying decisions I've ever made. I don't know why. This book was just screaming at me to grab it. To my loving husband, thank you for inspiring me every single day. And there's a playlist in the front. I honestly do not care at all about the playlist, but for all y'all that like to listen to playlists while you read books, there is a playlist in here for you to look at. And there actually is a quote from Taylor Swift. In the middle of the night, in my dreams, I know I'm gonna be with you. Taylor Swift. In the middle of the night, in my dreams. So excited for this. I can't wait to just start reading it. So here we go.
It's time for another secret read. I feel like it's been a minute since we've done a secret read, but I think it's because we've had to push a couple, and we've been pushing a lot of videos. Who am I kidding? But I am now very ready, especially for the theme of this one. It is in September now, and we definitely are feeling the fall vibes. I definitely am feeling getting closer to Halloween because I love the spooky fall, cooler weather, different color leaves, all of that. It is probably my favorite time of year if I had to pick a season. The secret read theme is fall cozy vibes. So we had said we can either do fall cozy fantasy, fall cozy romance, whatever is gonna fit into that theme when you hear about it. Now, I have a bunch of books that I have considered for this, and I think I'm gonna end up doing two. I haven't told Amanda yet, so I should probably tell her since she may wanna do the same thing for her video. But I'm gonna do a physical book as well as I'm going to do an audiobook because I couldn't really choose for one reason, and they both just look really good. And if I have these two in mind, if one of them makes me want to DNF for some reason, then at least I have a backup option. So the physical one first, I will show you guys. It's actually one from my TBR shelf. I wanted to get something done that I didn't have to worry necessarily about going and getting another book, because believe me, there were ones I wanted to buy. They have so many cute ones right now that have like the sprayed edges and everything that I was very tempted. I was so close to getting another one. I don't even know how I've had the will to say no, but somehow I did. Anyway, this one has been very popular. It's the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It was hugely viral last year. If we had started our viral series last year, this for sure would have been a book we had done. I think it's spicy. I'm actually not sure. I didn't really reread the back of it because I saw it on my TBR shelf. I know I had bought it last year, and I thought this is the perfect time to be doing this book. So I don't even know, I'm going into this blind, which hopefully is a good reason to go into this. Now, the audio one that I'm doing, I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. It's called If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. Not sure if it has anything to do with the Sheryl Crow song, If It Makes You Happy, because that's exactly what I thought of. But it happened to be in my Goodreads scroll. Like, I was just scrolling, we weren't doing a Goodreads scroll, but I happened to just be looking when I went in there to update something. And I usually look for a little bit when I go in there just to see what people are reading. And I saw it and I knew we were doing this video. So I was like, what's this? And she was raving about it. And then I noticed it had a really high score. And it was after I've already chose that I thought I was going to do this one. And it's about a next door neighbor, and she's in Vermont. And Vermont's like the perfect place for the fall cozy vibes. I love the Northeast in fall. I was in Salem, Massachusetts twice in the fall, and it's like the perfect time to go. Anyway, I thought, okay, maybe I can do it on audio and I can do it simultaneously, because I'm always listening to a book when I'm in the car and I do have to do some driving. I can do that, and hopefully I don't get super confused between the two books. This might end up being a disaster, but we'll see. I will be back once I have started each of the books and let you guys know an update. We'll see how this goes.
All right, y'all, it is later in the morning and the sun is extremely bright. So I have to have my glasses on, and I don't know about the lighting, but I am about to run into Panera. Y'all know I like Panera because I need to get some editing and stuff done this morning, and I sat and read this book so much longer than I anticipated this morning because I just couldn't stop reading it. I was just sucked in. Like, I haven't felt like this about a book in a long time, and it's really surprising me, to be honest with you. I've been in the longest, most devastating book slump I've ever been in this summer, and I have just not been excited about reading. And I have read some really good books this summer. Jen and I got to read a Frida McFadden book that's not coming out until next year called Dear Debbie. So we got that, an early copy of that. We got to read that, and I did devour it and really, really love that book. Like, spoiler alert, that is one of my at least top 3 Frida books. Okay, so Dear Debbie, when that comes out, if you all like Frida or you like twisty turny thrillers, you have to go get that one and watch our video when it's posted. It might be posted before this video. I'm hoping it's posted before this video, but I'm not sure. But I've read some really good books. I just have not had that obsessive feeling about a book. Like, I just want to keep reading and I want to read more books and just devour books. And you know how you just get in that feeling where you read a good book and you can't stop thinking about it and you can't put it down, because it's this book just feels like what I need at this point in time. It's probably not a genre I'm going to keep going back to. It's probably not a book I'm going to rate 5 stars, but I'm having just so much fun reading it right now. It's just giving me what I need right now. And this book is so fall, like to the detail. Like, it talks about Autumn has 2 best friends, and it talks about her best friend's earrings. Like, they're like cats, and Autumn loves fall, obviously, and she likes to watch slasher films, and she works at a coffee shop, and it's just this book is just screaming, every detail is screaming fall. And I'm really loving it. And I'm kind of liking the main male character. But I will say, y'all, the main male character we're getting right now is Alex. And I'm thinking that because the back said Zane, that it's Zane who's a billionaire, and in the current situation he's dealing with an ex-girlfriend, I think he doesn't want people to know who he is, so he's just letting them think his name is Alex, or he's telling people his name is Alex, like kind of as a disguise. So I do think that, you know, later in the book it's going to reveal that he's Zane, unless they're 2 completely different people, but I really don't think so. Like, it's really shaping out to be like, this is Autumn's person, and he's going by Alex right now. So we will see where that goes. But I mean, this book has just been so, like, I didn't want to stop reading it, but I do have work I need to do, and I do have some errands to run, and so I do want to do some fall things today. I want to look at fall decor. I probably won't buy any because
we'll talk about that later, but I probably won't buy any, but I do want to look. And I did come across my fall decor tote that I had, so I have looked through some things that I know I already have. So I want to look at some fall decor. I've really been craving some kind of fall latte. I don't know, like I'm thinking I want like a pumpkin spice chai. And I know last year Dunkin' had that, so I might try to go to Dunkin' and see if they have that again this year. But maybe later this afternoon when I do my shopping, I'm gonna get some kind of like little fall drink and maybe look for some fall candles. I have so many candles I still need to burn. And you guys, I love the idea of candles, but when it comes to actually burning them, I love the ambiance and the look, but sometimes the smells just don't jive with me. So I don't actually burn a whole bunch of candles, but I do love them. So it's weird. It's a love-hate relationship with me and candles, but I do have some I still need to burn. Jen has bought me a couple that aren't completely burnt out yet that I need to burn. So I don't know, maybe next time when I'm at home reading the rest of this book, I'm gonna probably read some more today while I'm out, to be honest with you. I kind of feel like I need to park somewhere that's got some trees and leaves and maybe some fall vibes. The leaves aren't really changing on the trees yet, but I feel like I could find a comfortable outside spot where I could sit and just breathe some fresh air and read. So I'll probably do that, but I'm probably not going to finish the book. So I'm thinking maybe when I'm at home reading some more of the books, maybe tomorrow I will light some candles and really set the ambiance for fall. I also love putting on those YouTube soft jazz ambiance things on in the background because that also kind of sets the mood. So I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow and get some of that going while I finish the book because I'm really liking it as of right now. I mean, that could all change, but as of right now, I'm liking it more than any contemporary romance that I've read. And in the spring, I did read for a vlog, so y'all can watch the vlog if you want, but I did read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher and Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and honestly just thought those books were okay. Don't come for me, it's not my thing, but this book is really like capturing me. So we'll see. I'll update y'all more, okay? I hate just saying we'll see how it goes every time, but I will update y'all when I have some more of the book read.
I started one of the 2 fall cozy books because I have drive time when I go to work. So I usually listen to an audiobook, and I had to pick a new one and I thought, oh, perfect. I'll just start that one. I hadn't started Pumpkin Spice Cafe yet, but I might as well start the audiobook if it makes you happy. I don't remember the detail when I had first saw it, but it does take place in the 90s. So the title is in reference to Sheryl Crow's song, If It Makes You Happy. And it made me a little happy just knowing it was going to have 90s vibes. I think that's going to be fun. And the only thing I can say, because I didn't get too far yet, it is a little corny, but it is romance, so you have to expect it to a certain point. Also really don't like when they make the female character neurotic. And I feel like she definitely feels that way. Now, some of that is expected because she just seems really like agitated and nervous, and she has lost her mom relatively recently. So some of it I'm like, okay, but sometimes I feel like they overplay that trait. So I don't know how, I hope it doesn't keep going all the way to the end. Maybe as she gets more comfortable in the changes that are happening, because she's taking over the bakery that her mom was running. Her dad goes to live with her sister. So Michelle's the one who's in Vermont helping with the bakery. Sarah's the sister who, after I think she graduates, she's going to come and help with the bakery. And I think then Michelle goes and supposedly is going to go do something else. I don't know exactly where the dad fits into any of this, but he's not taking the mother's death that well as part of the plot. Michelle runs into, of course, there is a very hunky neighbor, and she runs into him, and he is a divorced dad of 2. Michelle just recently got divorced as well. and they've already had some run-ins, and well, at least one, I think. And she's just like thinking about the run-in a lot. So it feels like it's been more than one, but she's like paying attention because they're next door neighbors. So far, it's a little corny. It's not always my cup of tea to read corny romances, but it definitely for sure has some fall vibes already. It talks about it's going into Halloween season. And so that part I think is also going to be fun to read about. I have a lot of drive time today. It's not a very long book either. So I have a feeling I'm going to get through a huge chunk. I will be back with thoughts after I get through whatever amount I get through today. I'll be back. I got through a huge chunk of If It Makes You Happy. And one thing that I know I misspoke in I think both other videos, it's a bed and breakfast. It's not a bakery that she's running that her mom had. And it is the cute next door neighbor who is the baker, and he's the one that has bakery, and she had tried baking things in the beginning, and that's why I got it mixed up, and she kind of needs his help, but she's running a bed and breakfast. I got very far into the book. There's not much left, and there's just a couple common tropes for romance going on. Grumpy's sunshine, but she's the grumpy, he's the sunshine. And I don't read romance that often, but I think that it tends to be the guy is usually the grumpy. I really am enjoying the fact that it's the woman that's the grumpy in this, even if she is a little neurotic. I would say the biggest pet peeve so far is the fact that she is just not the most pleasant character. I'm not really enjoying her as a character. And I think because I'm listening to it as audio, that the way it's being read is also really, I think that's really what's annoying me, is the way
it's this like high-pitched, almost frantic, anxious voice.
And it's not pleasant to listen to. So maybe if I were reading it physically, it would be better. I'm not sure. And the other trope that's happening is they're both fighting their feelings, wanting to make sure they remain friends. Sarah, her sister, ends up coming into town, and her sister is like attracted to him, and she's trying to act like, oh, I don't have any feelings for him. And her sister's trying to make sure, because she's like, he's really cute. Can I really want to date him? And it makes both of them realize that maybe there are some feelings. I don't know where it's going to go, so I don't feel like that's a spoiler. It's just I feel like those are very common themes in romances. After I finish it, it shouldn't take me probably 1 or 2 more drives to work, and I will be done with it, and I will let you guys know. In the meantime, I'll probably be starting Pumpkin Spice Cafe tonight. I want to start reading that one and see how it is. So I will be back. It is time. The pumpkins and moms have arrived, so I will be going there tomorrow.
All right, y'all, so change of plans. I just don't feel like going shopping for decor or shopping in general right now. I did spend about 3 hours at Panera. I got a video uploaded that is scheduled to launch on YouTube, and I got a lot of editing done for a vlog that I'm currently working on, and it was really productive. So I'm just going to reward myself with some reading time, because I really can't wait to get back into this book. And I did stop at Dunkin' to get my chai latte. Now, they don't have a specific chai pumpkin latte, but they said you can get a chai latte and they will add the pumpkin to it. So that's what I did. So I just got a large hot chai latte, add pumpkin and regular milk. So that's what I've done. And I can't wait to try this. I can just tell by feeling it though, it's not warm. Like when she handed it to me out the window, I'm thinking like, this is not hot enough. I just don't think it's gonna be hot enough. Maybe I'm being fooled because of the thick cup, to protect your hands from getting too hot, but I don't know. I've drank a lot of Dunkin' lattes and coffees, and this just does not feel like it's gonna be hot enough, but let's see. The flavor is so good. It is not hot enough though. It's actually been a long time since I've gotten like a full latte, like a sweetened latte. Normally I've just been drinking coffee black. So this does taste delicious. I am gonna drink it even though it's not hot. It's actually just kind of lukewarm, like it's barely hot at all, but I'm gonna drink it anyways. All right, so here's the view, you guys. I'm parked a little sideways because I want some trees. Okay, I just want to feel like the trees, and the leaves aren't changing yet, but there are some leaves on the ground, so I'm going to show you all what the view looks like. Okay, so here's the view. I'm next to some trees. See, there are some leaves changing a little bit and leaves on the ground, so very fun. And then to this side, there's like some soccer fields. And I did want to park in the shade because I do not want to get hot. So there you go. So now the fun part, we're just gonna sit here and read and get further into this book.
I finished If It Makes You Happy, and I don't know if it made me happy. I think it was because it was audio. I feel that the way the female narrator was in the audio was really just grating on my nerves. I don't know if I would have felt the same way if I would have read it physically. So, not sure. I'm going to think about it a little bit, sit on that one. I can talk about it more in final thoughts. As you saw, there are pumpkins out at my favorite flower place. So I plan on stopping there. I have a lot of errands to run. I'll show you what pumpkin haul I get and probably some mums. And I did start Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It's a Dream Harbor series. It's #1 in the series. There are a lot after it. I didn't get very far. I'm going to do a combination of physical and audio because I have some drive time, and it's always nice to get further in a book because I don't always have a lot of time, and I've been very tired trying to read physically any book. I get into bed at night and I usually read for like an hour, and lately it's like maybe 10 minutes and I'm falling asleep. So I will let you guys know an update, but you'll be seeing me with the pumpkins very shortly. I got excited because I got an ARC today in the mail and I couldn't wait. I had to open it. I'm waiting for my grocery order, but I got the new Ashley Winstead, The Future Saints. It sounds like it's going to be like a Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, very similar to that. Not really a thriller or horror or anything like that, but I got really excited. I figured I would let you guys know. So I'm super excited about that, but I'm going to continue on my errands and I will give you an update on Pumpkin Spice Cafe shortly.
Good morning, y'all. I have an update. I have finished Fall I Want by Lara Parrish. I have really mixed emotions about this book because the first 60% of the book or so I just loved. It was perfect fall vibes. It was just every detail, attention to detail was fantastic. I liked all of the characters, even the grumpy billionaire that came into the coffee shop that initially the women in the book kind of made fun of him, called him like a snob or a yuppie or something based on the type of drink that he ordered and the way he acted when they gave him his drink. And there's just, you know, Cozy Creek is just a fun little small town, and I just really had such a good time. in the first like 60% of this book. The last 40% or so, like I don't know exactly the percentages, y'all, but the last part of the book, after they acknowledge their feelings for each other, it just went a little downhill. It just felt like after, you know, the initial like time that they get together, it went super fast. Okay, so the relationship went really fast, which isn't always, you know, a bad thing for me. Okay, generally, I just want to say this generally, y'all. When I say things like I don't like jumping timelines, like I'm a person, I have said this multiple times, I don't like going from present to past day or present to future day. I don't like that in books usually. Sometimes it works. This isn't like a hard and fast rule for me. When I say that the relationship moved really fast, it was really slow burn in the beginning, but then kind of once they went on their first date, it moved very quickly. And I felt like I didn't like that in this book. It also, the end was very spicy. So the beginning was, you know, nothing's really going on. They're just kind of dating. He's trying to kind of win her over. They're kind of fake dating, and it's just a kind of a slow burn. But then right after that, like I said, it's just like the last part of the book just feels like forced smut. And I don't mean forced as in like the characters were forced to do things. I mean forced as in the author put in spice just to market it as spicy kind of thing. It was like every time they were with each other, there was something going on. It was just too much. I don't really particularly hunt down spicy books or want to read spicy books. A lot of times I feel like that can kind of read cheesy in books, I guess I should say, and it can sometimes take me out of the book if it's not, you know, a part of the story, if it's not ingrained in the storyline and feels like a natural thing. And that's how it felt at the end of this book. It just felt very forced. It didn't feel like it was like a natural progression. It didn't feel realistic, especially since the beginning was so slow burn. So that's really my only critique about the book. I think if you want fall vibes, this book just screams fall vibes. It's small town romance, it's a billionaire romance, it's he's kind of like obsessed with her, it's kind of grumpy sunshine, and I would, that's loose, I'm just saying that loosely because in the beginning the male's very cut off, so I'm calling him grumpy, and she's more sunshiny, but only to her friends, not really to him, not overall sunshine. But I would just say, you know, if you like those dark brooding kind of cut off male romantic interest that then open up, you know, to the girl that they like, then I think that that is what I mean, but when I say grumpy sunshine. So it has all the tropes. Like, it was good. The writing's decent. You know, I had a good time in the beginning, but like I said, it just fell short for me at the end. So I've been like going back and forth between continuing the series. I really want to, but I kind of don't know if I'll be able to fit it in. Like, it's not a high priority. This is book 1 of 6, and I think the next 3 or 4 books are fall. So this one's Fall I Want, and the next one is like Fall for You or something. Like, they all have fall in the title. And that sounds really fun, and I think the next book is also gonna have like cute sprayed edges that comes out, so or at least like the reprint. Like, I think these have already been released and they're just reprinting them like with different covers and cute edges. So that is gonna be coming out, I think, later in October maybe. I looked it up online, I can't remember exactly, but there is more books in the series, so I might be interested. If I'm in the mood for like a more cozy romance, I might pick it up. So it wasn't terrible, it wasn't bad, it wasn't like I'm not gonna, you know, read this series anymore or read this author anymore, but just the ending of the book did feel a little bit disappointing to me. So that is all my thoughts on Fall I Want. And you know what, honestly, y'all, I haven't seen that many people talking about this book, so I'm surprised too, because I can't believe with this cover there aren't more people talking about this book. So maybe you'll hear some more opinions about this book, but that one was mine. So let me know what y'all are reading for fall. I did get on Edelweiss, they had a R.L. Stine young adult new book coming out called Nightmare on Nightmare Street, I think, and I was able to download it. So I might read Nightmare on Nightmare Street by R.L. Stine. Like, I predict that would only take me maybe a day to read. So I'm thinking about just like trying to squeeze that in for some more fall, more Halloween-y dark fall vibes. So that might be fun. If you want me to do a short or something about that, then let me know. But otherwise I probably won't, because it's, you know, it's young adult, and for me, it's just nostalgic because I did read R.L. Stine's Fear Street books, and his like more like of the kids horror books that he would write when I was growing up. And I remember some of them even had like the choose your own adventure kind, where it's like, if you do this, jump to this page. If you want to do this, jump to this page. And I thought those were so fun when I was a kid. So I just saw that available to download on Edelweiss, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna download it and read it and review it. It can't take me that long to read because it's a kid's book and it's only a couple hundred pages. So I'm kind of excited about that. So maybe I'll jump into that one next. And again, let me know if that's something you want me to maybe talk about or do a little short on.
All right, I'm back, and don't mind, it is so hot outside, and I feel like I just need to go take another shower because it is like 90 degrees outside, and it doesn't feel right to do a fall book video when it's that hot. It should be, you know, 65, 70 degrees outside to really enjoy the fall. And I almost didn't buy those pumpkins and mums because it kind of just still feels like summer, even though officially this weekend it'll be fall. It's not gonna feel like it though. A couple things. I have gotten through a big chunk of Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I wanted to give a sort of recap. I don't want to go too far into describing, but some of the reason why I love also doing the physical book, including the audio, is they have a playlist to go along with the book. And I don't remember them saying that at the beginning of the audio that I'm listening to. I do feel like there's little extras in the physical copies. I'm never going to stop loving having the physical copy. And I am pretty sure it's past halfway. I am enjoying this much more than I did If It Makes You Happy. This one is, I think the audio narrator is definitely better. It is not annoying me whatsoever, but also the story just feels very cute. A lot of fall vibes in this one. And Jeannie takes over the Pumpkin Spice Cafe from her aunt, and it's in this quaint little town of Dream Harbor, which I love the name of the town. And I know it's the Dream Harbor series. And she and a local farmer, a very hunky local farmer apparently, are very much interested in each other. And his background is that he had proposed to Lucy and she turned him down. So he is not as willing and able to want to get into another romance. And she also is very much not ready so much for a romance. She's trying to change her life and she wants to become a different person, a better person. So they're both in like weird places and not necessarily ready for a relationship. But the part I like about this one too, because you guys know I like thrillers, so there is a tiny little dash of a thriller mystery, I would say, in this one, which I wasn't expecting. And it's a nice change of a dash in a romance that I am enjoying as well. I will let you guys know more after I read some more, but I have a feeling I'm gonna finish this one really quick. And I do have the second one, but I don't know if I have enough time to also read that. I would have had 3 for this one, and it doesn't even feel like fall outside. And I don't know how much Amanda is getting to read right now because she's very busy, and it might give me more time then. I might be able to get it in there, but I will be back with more thoughts. I finished it went really, really fast. I feel like this one is just, even how the pages are, I feel like the font is bigger than normal, and it just goes, between this and audio, it goes really fast. So I enjoyed it. It was a 4-star for me, and I don't think I mentioned that If It Makes You Happy, both of them are spicy, but both of them, I don't feel like it's a lot. Both of them had it towards the end. It wasn't like throughout the book, and I would say it was on a tamer side. I mean, spicier than a general book or a general romance, but not too spicy. So if you like a lot of spice, I wouldn't say this is for you. This was more on the cutesy side with some spice dashed in and a little bit of mystery, as you guys probably saw I had talked about. I really like the characters. The audio that I went back and forth between the physical, I felt like the audio was the type of audio I like to listen to, where it isn't too, I don't like when it gets too dramatized with the characters. I like when it's more just kind of read to me without too much inflection and drama into the voices. That's just my preference. So I really enjoyed the audio for this one. I know I said I wasn't going to keep going, but I think I have time, and I have the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and I don't know if you guys can tell, it has these cute little leaves detail on the cover of this, and just reading the back of this makes me really want to read it. It says, when a secret message turns up hidden in a book at the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, Hazel can't understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She just needs someone to help her out. Gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah is always up for an adventure, and a scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better than the cute bookseller he's been crushing on for months is the one who wants his help. So it also takes place in Dream Harbor, and I'm sure we start to see these characters show up throughout each of these books. I have a feeling I'm going to end up reading all of the Dream Harbor, just because they're very cute with, I don't know, there's something about them that just feels good reading them and also listening to. I hope it's the same narrator on audio. I might try and do both again, and it'll go really fast so that I'm not taking too long to get this one to Amanda, because I'm sure we want to get it out in fall since it is a fall reads, and I do feel like it still falls into, pun intended, falls into the category that we have. I haven't started it yet, but I will let you guys know thoughts after I have started it, and hopefully it'll also go fast, so I'll see you soon. Time for an update. I am about, I don't know, not quite half. Chapter 15 is what I got up to before I decided to make an update, and I didn't look at the page number. But this one is Hazel. She owns the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and you're also seeing the love interest, who's a fisherman, Noah. And you are also seeing characters from the previous Pumpkin Spice Cafe, Jeannie and Logan, and they know each other in this town of Dream Harbor. This one's a little spicier earlier than Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I feel like this one definitely went down the sex road quicker than the other two books I did for this vlog. So I don't know why per se. This one decided, I don't know if someone gave her that feedback from Pumpkin Spice Cafe that they wanted more spice. I didn't look into that, but I have a feeling that she got some kind of feedback that she should be putting more spice in. I am very much enjoying it. It has the same kind of feel that the other one had, and I just really like the characters. It's just a sweet book. I am not getting too much in terms of fall vibes per se, but I'm still enjoying reading it. So I will let you guys know more after. I don't know if I'm going to give another update unless something else happens. You might just see me at final thoughts. So I will see you guys soon. I am here with final thoughts. It has been a little while since I finished the Cinnamon Bun Bookshop because of a couple reasons. We are still a little behind, and I was giving Amanda time to catch up, but Also, I haven't had much time to do the final video. And thirdly, I was hoping for some fall weather. It is still in October. It is 80 degrees outside. It was even 90 degrees this past week. And it just seems crazy to me that it is still this hot because I am just not enjoying it. I want the fall weather. I hate when it gets that hot for that long and then I feel like we're just gonna jump into winter instead of having a proper fall, and that's just not fun for anyone, at least not for me. So I am here to talk about the 3 books that I did for this vlog. I was tempted to even do another one, but I've been reading other things, so I decided to just leave it alone and do the 3 for this video. So if I had to choose a favorite, I would say that it's kind of a tie between these. I think I actually enjoyed the Cinnamon Bun Bookshop better, but I did really enjoy this one. So I feel like it's kind of a tie. It would only be a small amount if it was this one above. And it's not that I didn't love If It Makes You Happy. I think one of the reasons is it's always different to listen to a book than read it. And I did a mixture of listening and reading for both of these, but there's just something about enjoying a book physically that I tend to gravitate towards. And that might have been it, I'm not sure. But I did enjoy If It Makes You Happy as well. It was just an okay, I would say. These were 4 stars for me. These were both 4 stars. I don't actually remember what I rated If It Makes You Happy. I have a feeling I did 3 stars for that one, most likely. I did like the 90s vibes for that one, but there was just something about these, especially the narration for these. I think the biggest issue with It Makes You Happy was the neurotic audio that happened. And I was talking to a friend about that, and I don't want to give it a negative connotation because I did enjoy it. It was just the voice of the narrator was just, it was how she did the neurotic woman. And that part I did not enjoy. And the narrator for these actually were pleasant. Like, there was nothing that irritated me, and it was nice to enjoy when I wasn't reading the physical copy. I was very happy we got a chance to do a fall vlog. I think we're going to try and still get this edited. It'll just get placed in front of videos we haven't put out yet. So I'm pretty sure this will still be in October. So let us know if you have fall books that you've absolutely loved, especially any fall romance or just cozy ones, and put them in the comments. I love to see other books. There were so many that I saw this year that I was gravitating towards and wanted to read, but I think I just really want it to be fall. I am so over the summer and I just want fall for the rest of the year and even kind of skip over winter. Every now and again, I do love snow, but it's mostly a headache, and I am definitely not a fan when it gets too cold. I am just happy at 70 degrees, 60 to 70 degrees, and that's perfect weather. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time.